Hi guys, how are you? Come on in. I'll wait a few minutes. I know that I told you guys that I wasn't going to promote any brands today, but I get to change my mind. So today, I have this candle that Jules gave me weeks and weeks back, and because I'm looking for just the most ease today, I decided I was going to light it. Let's see, it's caramel popcorn. That's the name of this one, and it's caramel and popcorn are two of my favorite things. So I'm lighting this candle. Come on in, share this live. I'm going to take my time today. I'm not in a hurry. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have any classes. I don't have any calm down, I'm doing it right now. The Oreo one is still going. It's like the bowl of O's. It's still going. Like, it's still going strong. So I had no reason to like this one. And I'm one of those people, like, I like to see something completed before I start something new. So that's why I'm now lighting this one. So my entire room is going to smell like caramel and popcorn for the rest of the night. Share this live. Something came over my heart this week because of something someone said. And it really had me thinking just about, like my brand, how people see me. What people think about themselves, how they feel about money. You need one of those? Well, you'll get a small one for the event, Jenny. But you can order that from from Jules Handmade Candle Company. Let me just share this live with some people. And then we'll get started. I wanted to talk today about luxury, about money, about your relationship with money, about how you feel about as it relates to yourself and all those things. And the reason it kind of came over my spirit is because, as you guys know, I do a lot of different things. Ultimately, my first thing that I'm passionate about is my stretch and fitness rituals, which I've been doing now consistently for the end of March is going to be 3 years. And so, those are the things that that's what I'm passionate about. And outside of that, I am a member of the Girl Hold My Hand community. And if anyone wants to join me, you're welcome. This is kind of like candid conversation. I'm not stretching today, although I will be back on my regular schedule, stretching on Wednesdays. I don't know if it's going to be the same time at 7 p.m., but I want to go back to that. I do stretch in the morning at 7 a.m. So if anyone ever wants to join that 7 a.m. class, you can. Send me an invite if you want to join this live. I'm going to talk about just my relationship with money and my relationship with, where my mindset was as it relates to money just even recently, my experiences in the past, what I've been through, why I choose to maintain so much ease in my life, because it's very personal to me. Why I choose to be very cautious in everything that I do, and not that I don't take risk and I don't take action. It's because of just the experiences I've had, why I set strong boundaries, why I am a little quirky, all those things. So share this live, guys, so that we can come in. You guys can ask me any questions you want today. Today is like, it's like, like when someone writes their tell-all book. This is going to be my tell-all live. So I wanted to come on because, I am part of being part of Girl Hold My Hand, which is Stormy Wellington's community, I was introduced to TLC. So essentially that is the reason, that's what prompted these thoughts and conversations in my head over the last week. Which, I started using the products last October, September into October, and I've seen tremendous just change in my overall life, with clarity, with focus, with how I navigate. It helped me to improve my well-being because I have better workouts now because of the products that I take. I take, supplements. I take, hi Tina, hi Lilia, come on in guys. Because I take supplements now. I used to have a hard time maintaining my taking my liquid vitamins, and I don't have that issue anymore, because I would have 10 bottles of different things that I would take on a regular basis and never stayed consistent because I never really wanted to or could drink all those pills. I have a problem with that. Swallowing pills is hard for me. And then, your fish oil is this massive ass pill. But anyway, I digress. So I joined TLC. My coach is Coach Tanya. And so, recently, Stormy Wellington and Anna, they launched this whole LuxurLife program, which is, it is really a lifestyle brand, about how you're earning money, how you're making residual income. And it's to live kind of a luxurious life. And, someone that I know that is part of one of my communities was well, I don't really subscribe to this, I'm not really feeling it. And I thought to myself, I can understand why someone would feel that way about it, because they can't really identify anything specific that fits into their life. And that comes back with me to, how I saw myself with money in the past. I thought that the only way that I could have a good life is if I was working for someone, 60, 80 hours a week, and I was running myself into the ground. And I thought that was my only option. Yeah, it really does, Cookie. I think overall that's a big part for me, is that I was living such an unhealthy lifestyle before while I was working for someone else, that for me, I didn't want to go back there. That wasn't a choice. I wasn't going to survive going back working for a corporation. And just the thought of that, brings my body into this place of shock, where I get really tense, I get emotional, I get anxious, I get anxiety. So that being said, if you tell me, Dion, do you want to go back to that and those experiences and being in a space where you feel like you're out of control and having this, I'm well, give me this. Give me this as an option for a life that I can have. And so for me, when I decided to start doing this, it wasn't that, oh, I want to buy designer bags, or I wanted to travel, or I just wanted ease. I wanted peace in my life. And so when this person said this thing, I kind of sat back and I really assessed what does luxury mean for me? Where do I see my life going? How is this going to change my life? It already has, because of my wellness, because, like I said, my workouts, my daily vitamins, all those things. And I didn't intend to get emotional, guys. It's just thinking and talking about my day-to-day of what I went through when I was in a corporate environment. It brings my whole body to a place of stress. Hey guys, let me just get it myself. And so for me, like, luxury is something completely different. It's like, it's calm and ease and peace and a safe space and like a beautiful home and going on vacation with my mom for the first time. And just like, so that's what I think, like, that's what LuxurLife means for me. And so I wanted to come on and really like, and just have like a candid conversation with you guys, because most people that think about money and think about changing their human experience, they like kind of have like, well, most people think that is outside of their reach, basically, that they can't have those things. But you know, I took my time with this. I really like took my time and evaluated like the people and their lives. Oh yeah, that one, Jenny. Like, most people thank you. Most people think that they're not worthy because they've never seen somebody else achieve it. They've never seen like, I've never seen my family walk or live in abundance in a way where it's so accessible, like everything that they desire they can have. Yeah. So yeah, at least so the thank you guys. So luxury and why people want to have financial freedom is different. It's different. Like, I think that everyone should give people grace to decide what's for them. You should give people grace to decide that they can earn an income and be successful and choose if they want to live on 200 acres because that's luxury, you know, or they want to go eat a 5-star meal because that's luxury, or they want to travel to the world, you know, with a backpack because that's luxury, or they want to, you know, be in the backyard by a campfire with their family, but feel ease about, you know, how they can afford and maintain whatever lifestyle they choose. So I, you know, like, that's been just weighing on my heart so heavily, because I think people feel like when they see someone walking and living and in their purpose, or, you know, like, I follow and I am a big fan of Stormy Wellington. Like, if you guys know me, you know that if I like something, if I am passionate about something, if I support something or someone, I don't hold back. And I think most people think that when they see her, you know, with the flashy jewelry, and they see the way she lives, and they see, you know, her talking about her yacht, and they see her talking about, you know, making millions, they misunderstand the other part of who she really is, you know, like, they don't get to see her motivating hundreds of women in the morning at 8 a.m. on meditation. They don't get to see that side of her. They don't really know the layers of what luxury means for her, what her impact is, what her desires are, and, you know, what her goals are. And so I wanted to have this conversation with you guys because I wanted to encourage you to show everyone a little bit more compassion as it relates to what their choices are, what they choose to do for a living, how they choose to earn an income. And you know, like, this is a great opportunity because basically you can do it from your cell phone. You get to improve your life from your cell phone. You get to travel. You get to meet amazing people. You get to encourage people to improve their health and wellness, and all those things while earning residual income. So hi guys. So like, that's where I was with this. I'm like, and it's been troubling me, and I'm like, Dion, the only way you can do this is if, one, you're surrounded by good people, which I am. I'm so fortunate that that the person that I chose to be my coach at the time, that she embodies everything that I want to be. She's kind and compassionate, and she's loving and supportive. And so that part, I had to get that part right. With Coach Tanya, I had to get right. And then I had to also decide, is this vehicle for me? Like, is this going to work for me? Can I do this? Can I do this and not have it take away from who I am? And so I had to believe in the product. So then I had to decide, okay, you're taking these products, right? Do you actually believe in what they do? Do you actually believe that it gives you energy? So, and I'll tell you guys today, like, I don't go a day without my NRG. I don't go a day without my NutriBurst. It's one of the reasons why people all around me are getting sick, and without fail, I take my NutriBurst every morning, and sometimes I double up if I feel like I've been outside and I may have been exposed to a little bit more germs. Or I'm around my niece and nephew and they're in school every day. And then there's just other things. There's so many other products that you can use within this line, but not that. The part that got me was that I could build relationships, I could build a team, I could be around like-minded people, and I could do it at my own pace. So and it doesn't have to be this, because there are so many other brands. Like, there's so many other people that I network with that have, different opportunities. The greens definitely work. I haven't tried the greens. You gotta tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what it's about. I haven't gone through the whole catalog of products yet, and I'm slowly doing that. And I won't just, like, whenever I need a recommendation for something, I go to my team. I'm like, hey guys, I have a client that's pregnant, or that is, or that needs support with this, or they're trying to do this, or these are their goals. Like, what do I do? So I'm fortunate that I have, people on my team, one, that have been using the products for a while. And then I also have people that have started to kind of, like, on a weekly basis, check them out. So, I'm going to make my way through it, but that's great information for anyone that's going to rewatch this video later. But yeah, like, going back to just what, like, I initially started, why I started this page, and what my purpose was, like, that hasn't changed. Who I am hasn't changed a bit. I'm just in different environments, and I feel like the more exposed I am, and I put myself, hi Eve, Lilia, guys, if you guys are not following I Am Lilia Nicole, like, you guys should be following her. She is an incredible human being, a very kind, loving, supportive person. So you guys should be following her. She's a mompreneur, and she can teach you moms about how to navigate your life. And you know what, Lilia, I was actually thinking about you today when I saw a video from one of the gals in my fitness community that has a business that offers virtual assistant support, because I know that's something that, you know, some of your moms need overall. I'm going to try to connect the two of you so you guys can maybe, you know, build your support team of women. But just going back to what I was saying before, like, who I am hasn't changed. I've just been evolving because I'm exposing myself to different things. My mindset about money has changed, because before recently I realized, like, okay, there's a few people who have access to things, who have access to resources, who have access to training. And I always thought that that group of people were kind of like outside my reach. Now don't get me wrong, I've traveled all over. I've traveled and stayed in, like, you know, the Shard Hotel, what is it called? I think it's the Shangri-La in the Shard Hotel. I've stayed at some exquisite places. I've eaten in the most expensive restaurants in New York City and all over. I've been to Europe. I've traveled all over the US. I've stayed and had my fill. But, you know, when it comes to financial wealth for yourself, I always thought that was something that was reserved for a small group of people who were either born into it or they were gifted this special, like, you know, we say there's a lucky people. She's just lucky, or, you know, things happen for her. That's not how the world works. The world works when you align with people who can improve your human experience. Is why I still train. People always ask me, why do you train with PRX? Because I don't know anyone else that's more passionate about fitness than he is. And I don't know anyone else that pours as much as he does, and anyone else that is as qualified to change the body as well as he can. And so that's why I still train with him. And why are you aligned with this person? Why are you now, running with Girl Hold My Hand? Because I am around women every day that are improving their lives mentally, spiritually, physically, financially. They're growing within a community of, hundreds and hundreds of women. They have women that are credit repair, that are, estheticians, that are, mompreneurs, that are, that have their little hook and heels businesses, that are salespeople, like all this array of people. So I just wanted to get myself in environments that would allow me to reclaim that person that I lost when I thought I lost, my career in 2020. After 16 years of being in an industry, I really thought that I lost myself, a huge part of myself. I felt like I lost myself. And then reliving like those moments of being in the high anxiety spaces. I found the other day that I went into a building that was an office building, in Manhattan, and walking through the doors, the first time I did it, so I did it 3 times in over like a 2-month span. Walking through the door was like, I was like, okay, you're not coming here to stay. You're just coming here to have this experience, and then you're gonna leave. And that's how I know. I'm like, I'm not one of those people. I know this. I can't go back to, hi Raquel, hi Cindy. I think that's, I'm not gonna pronounce that one because I don't want to butcher it. Hi Lloyd. I feel like for me, going back into that environment is not an option. Going back into that space is not an option, because my well-being, my whole sense of self. And so every time I experience anything, the way, like, that's why I have strong boundaries as it relates to how I allow people to treat me. Because I always come with kindness and love and respect and integrity. And anytime people do anything outside of that, I'm like, no, hold up, slow down a quick second. And I encourage you guys to do that too. Like, set boundaries for how you let people treat you. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what position you're in. You can treat people with love and respect. But just back to just opportunities, guys. I want you guys to have a different mindset about what you deserve and what you're capable of having, and your worth, and just overall like how you can navigate this world. And remember, like, what you choose to have, you know, as it relates to luxury, is all your own. Like, you know, 100 acres of land, farmland, is luxury, and that requires resources. It requires money. Thank you, Cookie. I appreciate that. You as well. Having all those things require resources. And how you can have those things is by tapping into a community, tapping into a vehicle, tapping into a space where you can earn some money. You know, even if you don't want to do that and you want to like Raquel, bring your family on vacation, your whole family, multiple times a year. That's what you choose. So I encourage you guys to be, you know, open to what is available to you, because the world is changing, and a lot of what we do now may not be around or required, just with, you know, with technology and what they're calling is, you know, going to be a recession. My coach always says, you know, it's the great wealth transfer, where so much money is going to be transferred from one group of people to another. You just have to decide which group of people you want to be tapped in with, and find a vehicle that works for you and stay in your formula. Like, don't let anyone push you outside of your formula. There are certain things that are non-negotiable for me now. Like, I wake up, I have to work out. I cannot go more than 2 days without working out, because I fall into this cycle, into this hamster wheel of, you know, not feeling my best. And once I start to feel it emotionally, it starts to creep up here, and it affects, hello, Miss Renee. It starts to affect the way I navigate the world. Hey Mary, how are you? How I navigate the world is a little bit it's just a little bit different from the average person, because I really don't want to give up my ease and my peace and everything that I've worked so hard for, to lose it for any experiences. So, you know, like if you see me promoting something, oh, you're excited about training? I'll give you a call after I get off my live. I'll text you. And Miss Ann is such a beautiful light, guys. Like, let me tell you, I have not met anyone that is more supportive that as Tanya's mom. She is an incredible human being. She's 72 years old. Did I get that right, Miss Ann? She's 72 years old, and she, you know, does everything you know, like you want to do at that age, which is, you know, love unconditionally and support and lift people up. And so if you guys are not following Miss Ann, you should be following Ann. But if you guys have any questions for me, I just wanted to come on today, and look, Poetic is on. She always comes on at the end of my live. I think she knows exactly when to come on. That's another person that's had a huge impact in my life over the last 3 years. Happy Portal Day. Oh, is that what this is? I remember you said the 3rd, that just the 3rd and everything's going to happen. I was just talking about, I was talking actually about abundance, and I was talking about just the mindset. Jenny's like, no wonder we're like in this. If you guys are not following __poetic __, that's POETIK, you have to go and follow her, because let me tell you, this person here did not exist run through my stories, you'll know. Okay. All right. No, I do remember from last week, one of your lives, you did say that you mentioned specific dates, the 3rd, and I have written down what the 3rd meant. But I'll go through the stories when I'm done. Hi, Yazzie. Yazzie's another amazing, like, I'm just surrounded by beautiful people, guys. Like, this is what the universe knew exactly what I would need and sent me everything to literally create a whole, like, army around and for and in support of, and also to help me grow mentally, spiritually, physically, financially. So I have my whole squad. If you guys need any recommendations, let me know. Yazzie, how are you doing, honey? How are you feeling? I didn't work out with you guys this morning because release to accept. Is that what the story said, Jenny? I haven't gone through her stories yet. I like to wait so I can get like 20 of them in a row. So I usually wait until like the end of the day, and I go through and I take my time. I send all my little emojis and messages getting out of work. Okay. All right. I didn't work out this morning because Fridays I give my body ease. I just relax and stretch because I work out Saturdays. Now I'm saying it. I got a whole bunch in a row. Good. I'm excited about that. Yeah, I'm like, I'll go through, I'll spend my time. And then I'll look like one's from 24 hours ago or 21 hours ago, and one's from like 10 minutes. So there's a huge gap. So I like to, it's like a binge, you binge watch her stories. Yazzie, you're going to have to come back and watch the live. I talked about so much stuff. I got emotional. There's a lot going on in this live, guys. I talked about my experiences in corporate world. I talked about a little bit about, just why people, their mindset around money, and mine has a lot to do with that. I really hadn't ever seen, real financial abundance in my family. No one's really acquired great wealth. And sometimes you feel like that's outside of your reach. I'm trying to stay away from Netflix. The one thing that I like to binge watch is like serial killer shows. So I'm trying to stay away from Netflix. You know what I like though, Poetic, is when people respond to your messages. Like when you say something, which sometimes is even me, when people respond to your messages. Can I do this once every day? Miss Ann, I love you, but I can't promise to do that. I don't think my nervous system can handle once a day. I need to be at ease. And this whole system, while I love being able to just communicate with so many people all at once and so easily, that is not something I am willing to do. But maybe over the weekend I'll try another one. But this one is just like, I had to just, and I'm thinking also about people, candid conversations with the Stretch Queen. We'll see. I'm just thinking about people who've been following me for a while and they're kind of watching. And I'm like, what is she up to? Well, I am still basically the woman that likes to stretch. I still do that. That is something that, she said, okay, twice a week. That is something that I have now I only do it, mostly privately. And then on Wednesdays, I'm going to go back to my once a week, depending on how my schedule flows. But I like to be in spaces where I can, and Poetic can attest to this, and she has a better understanding of that, is that the energy when you're stretching, you're quite vulnerable. You have to be open to receive energy from people, and there's a lot of release that happens. You've been stretching every day? Okay, I love it. You definitely need to stretch, Mary, so that we can improve your human experience so you can go to the next level. But stretching for me is, I completely let all my guards down. And so when I do that, I leave myself open to a lot of, there's energy that's transferred when you're doing something like that. And it has to feel right. It has to feel safe. For me, so now I stretch in my program. I stretch on Saturdays for a Girl Hold My Hand for Coach Stormy's community, and then on Wednesdays or whenever they need it, I stretch for the PRX community. But I also stretch in person with people too. So Wednesday night meditation, Lilia hasn't gone to it. That's poetic. Lilia hasn't gone to it, Miss Anne, excuse me. So she still hasn't experienced Poetic's Wednesday night meditation. Lilia, Poetic was in here. Go back up and find her handle and follow her, __ Poetic, __. But I usually send it. I've been sending it to her for weeks. Last week, I think she had a dinner date with her son. I missed it. I keep telling people they gotta go. Listen, I don't miss meditation unless it's like I'm not physically in the house. Like I tell my family at 9:00, don't talk to me anymore. It's 10 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday nights, and you guys have to follow her. Go request, make sure you send her a beautiful greeting. Make sure you say your pleasantries before you just charge into her DMs with whatever your request is. I'm just telling you, educating you about the code of conduct, and then go from there. It's been my pleasure to be on here today. The universe sent me. The universe asked me to share this message with you guys today. Jenny, I love you. To encourage you guys to be, a little bit more open to opportunity, a little bit more open to abundance, a little bit more open to vehicles that seem a little outside of your comfort zone, and to really believe that you're worthy of it and that you can have it, and you don't have to compromise your integrity to get it. You don't have to compromise who you are to get it. You can do it at your own pace. You could do it with people that you love. And if you guys are looking for, I know a couple of different, aside from me and what I do, I know a couple of different other people that do different things. So if you come back and you watch this live and you want to talk a little bit more about anything that I talked about today, let me know. If you want me to send you any recommendations for other brands you can use for health and wellness, let me know about that. Crystal, oh my God, I'm glad you messaged because it reminded me. You and I and someone else, I won't say who on this live, we're going to do the 18th in person. So the candlelight stretch, which Jules Lux just joined, we're going to do the candlelight stretch, our part of it, maybe 3 or maybe a couple, I don't know how many other people are going to be in person, but we're going to do it in person. So that's a little surprise I have to share with you. So just know that that's coming, guys. If you want to join that candlelight stretch, you can go ahead and do that. There is a link, a convenient link in my bio. Remember to put a note in there. Yeah, it's good. We're gonna do it in person. I've decided that I need to be around my people. I need to be around your energy. So we're gonna do it in person. We're gonna have a good time. So have an amazing evening, guys. I thought I was coming on for like 10 minutes. I don't know how long I've been on for, but come back and watch us live, share it with people. And then you guys know that this is a safe space. When you come here and you commune with me, if you make your way to my DMs, know that it's like Vegas. It's a vault. What happens there stays there. And Everything that you desire, you deserve, and everything that helps you move and become your most abundant self is what I will bring to you. Have a great evening. I love you guys. Have an amazing Friday. I love you. I love all the hearts.